right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Owensville High School Gymnasium for the current JV and varsity matchup of Owensville versus Washington. Currently what you're seeing is the JV basketball game, and we're just getting set up here, so it's going to take me a minute. Addie, if you want to go through some of the rosters here, I'm going to help.
Washington or Owensville?
You can go through both if you'd like.
Okay. On JV boys for Washington, on the court right now we have number 25, Tyson Jerome, number 41, Zach Sloan, number 55, Perry Big, I think that's how you pronounce it. And then number 15, Andrew Elbert. And number 35, Colton Louse. And then for the Owensville Dutchmen, we have, hold on, I don't know where anything is on this. Okay, we have number 23, Logan Valley, number 20, Bryce Cramey, number 22, Brogan Kelly, and number 1, Kylan Mins.
All right, thanks for taking over there for me, Addie.
I hope I pronounced all those names right. There's a lot of different ones on Washington.
Hey, it's okay. We are, it's always a little bit clunky in the beginning whenever we're getting started on the JV game. We're getting set up. It's our first game of the night. We got a new crew every single night running cameras and doing stuff. So you did a great job, I'm sure. Before we get too far into this game, I have to make the announcement that I want to give a shout out to Chastity Men's CPA LLC for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. You're going to see her logo down in the bottom left-hand corner along with our current subscriber count. If you'd like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that would allow you to participate in the chat as well. We like to have some friendly chat down there, so if you're from Washington or if you're from Owensville, we'd love to hear from you. As long as you keep it clean, then we should be good to go. Tonight, the crew that we have running, the camera that you see right now is run by Carly Julius, and the camera that I'm flipping to right now is run by Clara Julius. Clara's giving us on-the-court view, and Carly is actually standing right to my right giving me this view. We'll be on this view quite a lot as it gets the whole court in. And we'll flip to this view a lot whenever there's a stoppage in play or there's free throws or something like that. And now,
now Clara's zoomed in.
Clara's zooming in on us so you can see our crew. To my left, we have Miss Addie Shear. She is on the scoreboard. So she's updating the score as we go here. First night doing this, so we'll obviously make adjustments as we go. And then also on the microphone with me currently is Addie Walters. Addie, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I always get excited once we actually get into the broadcast. It's the setup and all of that that is more stressful. But I think we're set up now. So
I mean, because you kind of have to take everything from the TV studio room and put it all up here and try and make everything fit.
Yeah, it is a little bit stressful getting it all up here, but luckily I have a lot of students that are able to help me at the end of the day in carrying all this. But once we carry it all, it's just a matter of getting it actually up here.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit of insight on this particular JV matchup that we have here right now. I would like to say that I talked to some of the boys in my class, and I know that they played Washington very recently, and they said that it was a very tough game. So hopefully tonight they're able to get that score a little bit closer than what it was last time. And then on the varsity side, we get our first bucket there from Logan Valley. We played Washington in the Turkey tournament and led for part of that game, but ended up losing just by 2 as number 15. I haven't looked at this.
I'm on the wrong side.
For the Blue Jays.
15 for Blue Jays is Andrew Elbert.
He just draws the foul on the floor, Mr. Elbert. He's on number 3, I think, Henry Womack. I think he went up to try to get a block, but he pump faked the shot, and then Henry kind of landed on his back. So be Washington ball as they inbound it here. And they were able to score off that inbound and make it 8-2 now in favor of the Blue Jays. Lex Mosler, our foreign exchange student, is the one who brought it down the court that time, as he looks to find junior Logan Valley, who gets it over to, backcourt violation. Addie, do you know what the backcourt violation is?
I'm not too much of a pro on basketball.
It's okay. The nice thing about this is you don't have to be a pro on basketball to be able to do the broadcast. Backcourt violation is like right now if Washington, they have possession of the ball. If he was to dribble the ball past the black line to center, it would be a backcourt violation. He can't go behind that once they get it across.
Okay.
It's like Cohen, he couldn't go back behind the black line now. So if he makes a bad pass and it goes that way, then it's an automatic turnover. And Addie, you are a junior this year at OHS, correct?
Yes.
So you know the guys on the floor pretty well then, I would say, at least some of them.
Yeah, some of them.
Cohen Brooks works hard to get the basketball there and goes up and gets the easy bucket off the backboard. Made that happen himself, got the steal and was able to finish the play. But on the fast break on the other end, the Blue Jays number 10 was able to get the basket on the other end. Junior Logan Valley works it down and kind of early jump ball call there.
It's very aggressive.
Yeah, that was one of those situations where, he got the ball underneath the hoop, other guy got his hands on it, and the goal there was just to get it. If two people are holding the ball at the same time, it becomes a jump ball. And you don't really want that if you're the team that, if you can get possession, you want possession. So that's why he was aggressive there. I noticed the last home game, Drew Chapman, number 14 there at the bottom of your screen, he was not able to play. And this game he is playing. I don't know if it was injury related. I'm not really sure, but it's good to see him back out on the court as pass back to Lex Mosler, foreign exchange student from Germany. Number 40.
Number 40 is Rylan Stegen.
Number 40 was able to get his hands on it there and knock it out of bounds. All right, so Addie, do you go to many basketball games?
Kind of when I feel like it. If my friends are going, I sometimes will, but...
So what is it about basketball that you like? What do you like about basketball?
It's very entertaining. It's more entertaining than football, in my opinion.
You're a lot closer to the action,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's way more fast-paced.
Yeah. There's more to watch, I feel like.
I could get down with that. Got about a minute left here in the first quarter as the Dutchmen trailed 10-4 early on. Dutchman JV team are led by Scott Lewis. Do you have Mr. Lewis in class?
I do. I have him 6th hour for civics.
He's a fun guy.
Yes.
All right, let's jump down here to this view. Also, I need to pull up the live stream on YouTube, make sure that we sound all right, everything looks all right. Also, for the viewers that are at home, I know we only have 5 viewers right now here in the early going. If you guys notice something that doesn't look right or something that looks wrong, please just let us know, and we will make that adjustment here the best that we can. All right, I got it pulled up on my phone. I feel like I can hear the audio pretty well, so I think we sound good, Addie.
Okay.
Drew Chapman with a three-pointer. Oh, just a little bit long on the shot. Washington's able to come down with a rebound. They work it pretty quickly up the court. On the floor right now, it looks like, who do you see out there on the floor for the Dutchmen right now, Addie?
For the Dutchmen, there's number 12 is Lex.
Oh.
And then, now.
Now they're all heading off the court.
Yep. Now I can't really tell.
So, Carly, at this point, since it's in between quarters, if you'd like to zoom in on the cheerleaders or whatever's happening, your zoom is going to be right here. So, this zooms you in and out. So this would be the time that you could look around and see what's going on. So the Washington cheerleaders have the floor right now. They got out there first. I have no idea. Do you girls have any clue how that works for the cheerleaders? Do they get to it's like a script? Like this team gets it after this quarter, or is it just like whoever jumps on it first?
I think it might be whoever jumps on there first, but I know that, like, if Washington's on there, we can't step foot on the court. Like, if one of our girls wanted to go tumble down the court, they weren't allowed to.
Okay. Interesting. You saw there, Clara Julia zoomed in on the Dutchmen varsity head coach, Coach Colin Van Leer. I have to imagine that he's a happy guy this week after the Missouri Tigers were able to secure the win over the Kansas Jayhawks in Columbia this weekend in basketball, as Colin was a former basketball player for the Missouri Tigers. So we're about to get in action here. Also want to give a shout out to the official you see there at the top of your screen. That's Mr. Mike Bunch. Not only does he do basketball, but he also does a lot of baseball games. When I was a high school baseball coach, he umpired a lot of our games, and they don't make him much nicer, Mr. Mike Bunch. If you're interested in officiating, I know that they're always looking for officials, so we always try to give the officials a good plug every night as well. There you go. That's better. So I would probably, there you go. I think you could zoom in a little bit more as long as you tilt the camera angle up a little bit. There you go. That's a good shot right there. All right.
Number 44.
So Washington committed the foul.
Yeah, Paul Briggs.
Which sends Logan
Valley.
Interestingly enough, we don't have any C-team action tonight because the word I got was that Washington didn't have a C-team or a freshman team, which seems really odd to me because they're so much bigger than we are.
Yeah, they seem a lot taller. Our guys are kind of little.
They also just have a much larger student body than we do. So,
yeah, they have their their school's really big.
Yeah, so somebody at school told me that today. I don't know if I believe that surely they have enough kids that want to play basketball in the freshman class to support having a C team, but they don't have them here tonight, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. There's probably some reason that I just don't know. So if you're a viewer at home watching right now, one of the 8 people, and you do know, feel free to give us a heads up. Dutchmen trail by a score of 16-5 here in the early going. It's number 55.
That is
able to get the and one.
Perry Big.
Did you say Perry?
Perry.
My cousin's name is Perry.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name, though.
Beig?
I'm going to say Beig.
B-I-E-G. Help us out, chat. B-I-E-G. I'm not familiar with that name, but I am familiar with the name Perry. My cousin's name was Perry, is Perry. He graduated 1 year before me. Perry was a goofy guy.
I think of Perry the Platypus.
He got that a lot. I think anybody named Perry, that's like, they get that all the time. I would imagine Perrys hate that stupid platypus. 3 ball there by Washington improves their lead to 20-5. The Washington JV team is out to play as Lex Mosler gets a 3-pointer off. He's a little bit long on the shot, unable to come down with the rebound, or the Dutchmen. The Jays work it back up the court.
Mr. Lewis seems real focused down there. He had his hand on his chin.
Yes. Maximum focus. For anybody that is tuned in, maybe never heard of TV Studio or what we do, basically we're a class here at Owensville High School. Now we have a couple classes, and even a broadcasting class where students are able to get their hands on the camera equipment and actually do things like what you're seeing right now. We record many events around the school and make videos to highlight all the awesome things happening in our school district. As Logan Valley dishes it out to Mr. Brendan Crammy. Nope.
Bryce Crammy.
Bryce Crammy. Kylan gets it off, but he's going to be a little bit off. Strong take there by Washington, unable to get it to fall. But the putback is good. They get their own offensive rebound and are able to get the putback to make the score 22-5. Looks like junior there, Drew Chapman, is the one to bring it down the floor. Got Logan Valley on the perimeter as Logan tries to work it in. Dutchman got some good ball movement right now. Just got to try to set up and get a good shot here. Bryce Crammy takes it in and is able to find the bucket. Shot is up and three-pointer for the Jays. Jays are playing pretty hot here in the early going. So we got a timeout here early on. Now I wonder if, Washington's coming back out. I always remember like whenever I was in high school, like sometimes the cheerleaders get like little cheerleader battles.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes it's kind of fun to watch, though.
Who you see on screen right now is actually Colin Van Leer's brother, Cameron Van Leer, and he is a person who helps out with the basketball team on the varsity level, JV level, every level. Also, Colin and Cameron both played basketball at Four Rivers Conference rival Pacific, so they're very familiar with Owensville and playing against Owensville. Both were very good basketball players when they were in high school as well. So coming back and giving back to the game is an awesome way to show your appreciation for getting to play all those years. Dutchmen are not going to be able to get that one under control as they have a turnover. Washington looks to be setting up offense, and they ran really good offense today as Drew Chapman. Wow, that was a very
interesting
athletic play, and then Washington's also going to get the and one. Playing very, very well. And we also have Mr. Stephen Kemp getting ready to join us. Coach Kemp, if you want to grab a headset there, grab that inside one. And then, Coach Kemp, where would you like to stand? There we go. All right, in just a moment, we'll have Coach Kemp joining us on the airwaves, video waves, whatever you want to call it. That's our setup here. All right. Can you hear us, Coach?
I can.
Okay, you should be number 3, so we should be good now, I think. How was wrestling practice, Coach?
It was good. I mean, they were doing some things that I don't really understand, but I mean, if Coach Howard's telling them to do it, it's probably a good thing.
Right.
They get to moving around, man. It's really hard for me to fully understand everything that's going on, but it's always a joy to watch and learn.
Yeah, I have to say I am not super good with wrestling. I enjoyed going to the wrestling meet the other night and getting to watch and call the wrestling meet, but I am very much in the learning process as well. I don't think I could coach it.
So I didn't think I could either, but then we went to a middle school wrestling meet with 20 or 21 other schools and 700 kids. And there was a couple times where, there was a lot of kids. They're everywhere. Up at Cap City High School, we actually took 6th as a team throughout all of them. And I believe that I'd venture to say that we are the smallest school there, but I don't know that for sure.
I feel like that happens to us a lot.
I do too. But
Washington gets another bucket to go here, extends the lead to 30-7.
There was a couple times where we had 4 wrestlers going at the same time. We had 4 coaches. It was me, Coach Danny Branson, Coach Gabe Sost, and Coach Chris Pullman, and we all had a mat. And I did not think I would catch things as quickly as I did, and I was able to actually call some things out while kids were wrestling.
Okay.
So I surprised myself a little bit there.
I'm sure that's like anything. The more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get with it. So.
We got a one-sided affair here going on so far.
Yeah, the Dutchmen haven't fared so well here in the early going. It's been a tough start to the game for sure.
Three by Bryce here. Oh, there you go, Bryce. Good shot.
Bryce Crammy able to get the Dutchmen into double digits here as the score is 10-30 with a minute left in the first half. if you're in the chat and you're watching, let me know what the strength of the stream is for what you're viewing at home. I have it pulled up on my phone here, and it seems to be a little bit choppy. And I felt like the wrestling meet was like that a little bit last week when we did it. So I'm curious as to what. Pop it back up on my phone here and see if it's what's going on with that. On our end, it's very smooth, but what I see and what you see could be two different things. I heard from the kids at school today that I guess they played Washington pretty recently in JV, I think in maybe the New Haven tournament or something.
Okay. And
they told me that Washington's JV is very tough. But we played Washington in the Borgia tournament and only lost by 2.
Yeah, it's a varsity team, yeah.
So we had a heck of a varsity game last week when the Dutchmen played Fatima. And I'm really excited to see how the varsity game goes.
There's our foreign exchange student, Lex, here. Driving in, nice pass out.
Gabe Medlock trying to use that bank.
I'm glad I'm glad that Gabe ended up going out and playing basketball. I was talking to him at off-season baseball stuff in the fall. And I was like, dude, I really think you should play at least your freshman year. I think you might regret it if you don't play at least one.
Lex Mosler gets the steal, tries to take it himself.
Oh.
Got tied up there a little bit.
I thought he was going to get his own rebound there for a second. That's going
to count.
Oh, my goodness.
That's going to count.
Pouring salt on those wounds.
I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was a couple years ago. I was watching a JV game early in the season against Washington, I believe. And there was a kid that got a fast break on Washington team and absolutely threw down and dunked. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen basketball get dunked here in a high school game in Owensville.
Doesn't happen often.
No, and it was a JV game. It was crazy. Then his brother actually dunked it on us in the varsity game. So that was impressive.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and steal the mouse here for a second, Addy, and I'm going to put 10 minutes on as we have a 10-minute break in between the varsity and JV games. And I'm hopeful that we can get some information here in the chat. Like I said, if anybody can let me know what you're seeing as far as the smoothness of the stream, I would love to have that information.
So what could you do on your end to fix that?
Not clear. Or zoomed in.
Or zoomed in on us. On our end, what can I do? Well, unfortunately, there's not a whole ton in the middle of a stream. What I could do is I could restart the stream, which we would lose the people who are in here right now, but we would gain the ability to maybe clean this stream up. The only other thing I could do is I could try to get a hardwired connection, but we don't have that capability on this side of the gymnasium. There is a hardwire on the other side, believe it or not.
That's weird that we couldn't go both ways.
Right, and I don't know if it's just because there's still some stuff going on at the school and a bandwidth is being taken. I'm not 100% sure. For anybody that doesn't know, Coach Kemp is now PE coach over at the middle school. Coach, how's PE going this year?
That's good. It's different from what I've done in the past. It's different being in charge every single day. My first couple weeks, man, I was telling a couple of people, like I was telling Coach Howard and them that it's just mentally draining being in charge and having to make all of those split-second decisions all day. It's mentally draining, and I did not have to do that the first couple years as a para. I didn't have to make as many of those.
Yeah, I saw a stat one time. It was like how many questions a teacher gets answered or asked in a day, and it's like absurd how many questions teachers are asked over and over and over again. But that's what we signed up for.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's just a lot different, but I still got a lot of learning to do, and I'm still trying to go back to school and kind of finish everything up anyway. So
I am going to get a camera turned on us up here real quick, and I'm gonna pass a headset. Carly or Addie, who wants it? Addie, perfect. Coach Kim, I'm gonna let you chat with these people that are helping us on this broadcast for just a moment as I change a few things up.
All right. Looks like Addie was the lucky winner there of the headset.
Let's stand up, Addie. Come on.
to say.
Get to go say hi. And I think Clara's joining us too. Hi.
Am I on? Oh! Hi, guys.
It's so much fun. It's like a podcast but live.
There you go.
I like our podcast we do.
Yeah.
What's your guys' podcast name?
What is it?
Mine's off topic because we always get off topic of our topic of
Whatever it
podcast.
is.
Ours is the Girls Night Out podcast.
I know. I love that name. It's so cute.
It's me, Clara, Carly, Peyton, and I think that's it.
Yeah. It's really
Who
fun.
do you do yours with?
Olivia Bestie and Allie Kibler.
Okay.
Today we film on Mondays, and today we did a Christmas traditions, and then we went on YouTube Shorts and we did real versus cake. It was so much fun. It was so funny though, and then we had Christmas music playing in the background. So
So how do you guys feel about Christmas music?
I love it. It depends on the mood. I have to be in the
Yeah.
mood for it, but around Christmas time, it's nice. Or like when you're like, we usually bake cookies around like the day before Christmas Eve or on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
When you play Christmas music, then it's just so fun. It's
Gets
so,
you in the
it's so
mood
happy.
for Christmas.
I know.
Okay. So my stance on Christmas music, I find Christmas music after about an hour, to be honest.
I
You're
can
just
second
a
that,
Grinch.
yeah.
Right,
You're
so-
he's a Grinch.
No, because I can agree with that. Like
I
for
really
the
like
first,
Christmas.
yeah, for the first part of it, like if you're listening to it for like 30 minutes to an hour, it's like fine, it gets you in the mood. But after that, it does.
Yeah, because it's kind of like the same songs over and over.
Different
There's not-
artist. Yeah,
Yeah, or if it's a remix, I think some of them are so bad. Like some
Yeah,
of the Christmas.
I don't like the Pentatonics Christmas music.
Uh-uh.
I'm not too much of a fan, but
very much like I like Christmas music on like the Christmas Eve and like
Mm-hmm.
Christmas morning, but after that I
yeah.
get burnt out of it. Honestly.
Do you still do an elf for your son?
I do not. I do not do.
He doesn't believe anymore.
Well, we have a rule: if you don't believe, you don't receive. So I wouldn't say that it doesn't believe, because Santa Claus is very much real. He's Christmas magic. Santa
Gotta
Claus,
believe in the magic.
You don't believe, you don't receive. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, hey, I still believe. I like to receive.
Santa
things.
Claus is very much real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where do the presents come from?
Exactly. I mean, how do they just get there randomly on?
I know. Like everyone's sleeping. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely.
You ever seen
a
the
magical
Santa
time.
tracker? Like go on there.
Yeah.
I always watch.
Let's pull it up right now.
See where he's
I don't know if
at.
it's live right
No,
now.
it's only on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like, what if he's like live at the workshop?
That'd be cool.
I know. See if
You guys-
little Elvis working.
Yeah. Might be able to see Liz.
What?
Be able to see Liz.
Liz Adams.
Ouch.
We joke all the time that she's an elf.
We see you
I hope
working.
she's watching right
We'd
now.
see you working real hard on St. Patty's Day.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
He's cooking in his head right now.
He's thinking of what to say. Okay.
He's like, come on.
10 minutes later, he's gonna say something to you.
He's gonna say something so out of pocket, like in the random, like the third quarter.
Or a varsity game. Like what? Just
Yeah, maybe I'll bring it out during the varsity.
Yeah.
Just hit you with it. Be like,
What? I'd be a little confused.
how's you guys' school year going so far?
It's
Almost made it to Christmas.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so excited for Christmas break.
Yeah.
Get to sleep in. It was really nice though because Thanksgiving break, I had the whole week off for my birthday.
Ooh,
Nice.
I'm ready for
Yep.
summer.
the old birthday week trick, huh?
Yep.
I get
It's
to
my
my
birthday
summer off
month.
for my birthday.
Birthday month. Okay.
Yeah, I get the whole summer off, so.
Yeah. That must be nice though. But next
Yeah.
year my birthday's on Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This year it was the day before Thanksgiving.
That'd be good. You get to eat a lot of food for your birthday.
Yeah, but I kind of like to do what I want on my birthday.
That's true, yeah.
My wife's birthday is right around Thanksgiving as well, and it's like once every like 4 years. It's like on her birthday.
yeah.
And
I'm glad my birthday's not close to Christmas.
Yeah.
I feel bad
feel
for people.
so bad. Or like,
I do.
yeah, because, well, I feel bad for the people buying the gifts for that
There you
person
go.
because
There
they
you
have
go.
to,
What about
Yeah.
they have to buy double
I
gifts.
feel like your birthday'd be overlooked.
yeah.
Yeah.
But kind of nice though, because then you get like more the merrier.
Yeah, a lot more.
What are you guys? So you guys talked about Christmas traditions. What were some of the ones that you really liked?
Well, we always eat breakfast on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
And then we go and look at Christmas lights, or we go home and watch a Christmas movie. And then on Christmas morning, we wake up, we open presents, and then we go to my grandma's. And we have lasagna, but I don't like lasagna, so I make butter noodles.
Oh.
On Christmas morning, we go to our grandma's house, breakfast, and then gifts.
What about you, Addie?
Oh, I did Christmas Eve at my grandparents, and then we go home and like bake cookies and stuff, leave them out for Santa. And then Christmas morning, we just open presents with like my family.
I'm Addie Walters. This is Addie Shear.
How do we
Yeah.
see how many?
I'm Addie 1, she's Addie 2.
Oh,
Yeah, she was born first.
I was.
Yeah.
Is anybody watching this?
Yeah,
don't
how
know.
do we know?
How do we know?
Oh, look,
we got 12.
Christmas.
we got 12.
They commented
Christmas.
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 Emojis.
Wyatt-
Merry
Wyatt's
Christmas.
train world.
Hi.
Hi.
Merry Christmas, Wyatt.
Did you say Christmas?
Oh.
Yeah.
We lost a viewer by saying that.
Oh.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Dang it.
Okay, I'm going back to my camera.
All right.
Bye.
Bye,
Okay.
Clara.
Going back to scoreboard.
Look at Mr. T closing out of his phone.
What? Oh.
Oh.
Did you just close out of your phone, Mr. T?
Like off of YouTube. We were talking about
Oh, yeah, probably was me. No, you just ran them off. You ran them off.
No, it's probably because Coach Kemp said Christmas and not Christmas.
Christmas.
I did say.
Was it intentional or was it? I'm going to use the mic.
It was
I gotta use it for
very
just a
much
second.
intentional.
It was very-
Our mouse is the same. So anytime you're like, I lost the mouse, you didn't lose it. I took it.
He stole it.
All right, so I was doing some scrambling. I think I might have had the student forget that they were running the video board. So I was trying to find some help for that. Maybe find some more volunteers to help run cameras. Addie, could you do me a favor real quick?
Yes.
That camera that's right there in front of you,
Yep.
could you close the viewfinder and then also just turn the camera off?
Yes.
We don't need to point it at us. Wyatt's Train World, Merry Christmas. Thank you, Wyatt.
That's whenever I said Christmas.
I'm trying to think. Me as a train, as you can see. Wyatt. I'm trying to think of who that could be. All right. As I was watching it during halftime, it looked like it was running smoother. So my hope is that this quarter, I'm going to steal the mouse. This quarter that we get some better connection here as the time goes on. But we'll see. Wyatt, if you're with us, you can tell us what you think.
I pulled it up on my phone and it looked pretty good.
Okay.
That was also during halftime though, so not really much action was happening.
It's looking, that really shouldn't, I don't think that would actually matter, but I'm also an amateur myself, so we'll see. We're very self-taught here, which also means we have no clue what we're doing.
I live in a constant state of I don't know what I'm doing, but sometimes it comes out. So.
Yeah, so for Addie and as you, when you're in school, I can remember being in school and thinking that, the adults, they had everything figured out. False. Completely false.
It's like hit or miss because I feel like some adults say they do, but then deep down they know they won't admit it that they don't.
I think life, we're getting very philosophical on this broadcast here. I think life is just being in a constant state of trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's everyone's first time living, so I mean, there's going to be experiences that you don't know about.
That's true. That's true.
We have a great saying in the football program, wrestling program, you don't know what you don't know. So
Yes, that is true.
just got to kind of figure it out together and get better.
Cool shot down the Dutchman bench here. All right. Dutchman look to, chop down on this lead a little bit here as the score is still 35-10 in favor of Washington. Pretty much immediately following the JV game tonight, we will have the varsity game. I think, Coach, they take like 10 minutes or something, 15 minutes maybe?
It's 15. It's either 15 or 20 to warm up. and then it's going to get going. But it's within 30 minutes.
Yeah, I knew it was. It's pretty quick, because I know that they. The only reason I know this is from the video board. They're gonna play the. They're gonna play the video as soon as the JV team exits the floor, and then when they exit the floor, they will play the video. They'll run out onto the floor, and once they run on the floor, I think it's like 15 minutes on the clock before the game actually starts.
Okay.
So you coached basketball for a while, Coach. What is it?
A year.
A year?
A year.
So
4 months.
in this situation as a coach, what's the goal here?
So we're probably gonna try and limit them to right around 20, and then we're just gonna try and claw back as close as we can and not lose by more than 20. That's what I think a really good message would be. Obviously, they said a 3 right there, so now our deficit is 28 points. So try to get that as close as we can, and just ideally we would score more points this half than we give up. I think that'd be a moral victory.
Try to win the half.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you're down 25 at halftime, that's pretty hard.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough hole to climb out of.
They said another 3, so now we're down 41 to 10.
I will say I've been shocked by how good they are at shooting. It seems like they're a team of very, very consistent, good shooters. I will say the stream looks as though it's cleaned up. I apologize for any early on
Kyle Mins with a block right there.
lag that we would have had. It just seems like almost every possession is a pretty productive one for them.
Yeah.
Dutchmen look to set it up, try to feed it down low. Kylan Mins gets the 3 off, and he's a little bit short. Looks like the Dutchmen have 2 subs waiting there at the scorer's table.
Looks like Drew and Lex.
I agree. Like Henry Womack Jr. works up the court, finds Bryce Cram. I keep calling him Brendan. Is that Brogan or Broden? Broden. There's a Brogan on the C team, I know.
Okay.
Brogan Clancy and Broden Kelly. I kept messing that up the first week, but I got it down now.
It's
I think
understandable.
I accidentally called him Brogan when I was
Doing the lineups?
Yeah. Whoops.
That's all right.
It's okay.
Not the first time, I'm sure.
Coming off your grade, Addie.
Okay.
If I got it taken off my grade every time I made a mistake on here, I'd be fired.
Mr. T's one rule in TV studio is to not get him fired.
That is true. That's literally how I start every single year.
I think that was like the first bullet point on the slideshow on the first day of school.
We can have a lot of fun, just don't get Mr. T fired. That's true.
I mean, considering some of the boys that are in our class, that rule needs to be applied.
Yes.
Absolutely. It needs to be the forefront of their minds every single day.
It's one of those things. You get a camera in your hands, and the stuff that you decide that you want to try to do, it's like
like that chair.
Oh my goodness. That's an inside story. Yeah. Let's just say my job is really interesting.
It can be.
There's not a day where it's a dull moment.
I know.
All right. Good post-up move there by Bryce. He gets the ball ripped away from him once he gets down low. Looks like I see Brandon Howard down there.
Yep, Dustin was
I saw Dustin there a second ago.
Yeah, he was eating some goldfish snack before youth wrestling club.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I'll text him. He said no to me coming up here, but I'm gonna text him.
Well, he's more than welcome to if you'd like to. Dutchmen trail by 35. I assume this is running clock point, or is that not starting until the fourth quarter?
I believe in basketball it starts in the fourth quarter,
Okay.
unfortunately, for some teams that are down by that much.
And is it 30?
I believe so, yes.
I think in football it's 30 as well, ain't it?
It is 35 at football,
Oh.
and it is the second half. It is not just the fourth.
So you could have a running clock the entire second half.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I bet that, my goodness, that would make the half go quick.
That would stress me out.
It did. It made our district game go pretty quick.
I would imagine. You start it and you feel like you're done.
Yeah. It's one of those where like we start getting like a good drive, and then like you look up and there's like 2 seconds left. Like, oh, all right then.
That's a single drive, yeah. Dutchmen come away with a steal there. Junior Logan Valley with the ball. He looks to find Cohen Brooks. Cohen gets it off. Cohen just a little bit short. Last week against Fatima, Cohen had a pretty good game. I think he scored 14 in the JV game to lead the way for the Dutchmen.
That would be a pretty good game. I think if he could score 14 this half, I think he'd be pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not sure who leads right now for the Dutchmen in scoring. Number 23 leads, who's on the court right now, and 23
Logan
would be Logan Valley. Washington gets another 3 off, but that time they're going to be off the mark.
It just seems like a lot of their shots are
Uncontested.
uncontested or a little.
That one was pretty uncontested. Come away with a rebound here. Drew Chapman has a chance at a scoring play, and he gets fouled as he goes in hard. Who is this? I just looked down at this camera. I think it was Chad Watson.
It was Chad.
Sorry, I missed that for all the viewers. She's goofy. Clara Julius is on the camera that you see on the floor right now. It does look like our stream is cleaned up quite a bit, so I'm happy to see that. Chapman makes second there.
It goes 1 for 2 at the line there.
It's going to be the Dutchmen's first point of the half, I think, right?
Yes.
They went into half, I think, 10-35, and now it is 45-11, so a shooting foul here on Cohen Brooks. Gonna send Washington to the line, looking to extend on their lead. Jump off mic here for just a second.
Number 3 for Washington right there. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Little press here going on for Washington.
Cheerleader Emma Waymeyer going down the court.
I think that's very impressive.
Yeah, she does a very, very good job. She's very talented.
Anybody that can flip around 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times and not get dizzy
I think there
and
was
fall over, that's impressive.
Yeah, I think there was one assembly that we had that she went like full diagonally across the court, and she just like got up like nothing happened.
Yeah, I've seen her during basketball halftime go full length of the court. And it's just it's impressive.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was a couple years ago, but there was a couple years ago, cheerleader was doing that all the way across the court, and then ended with like a full. I don't know the technical term of it. I was never really an aerobics person.
Back.
Yes.
A back tuck.
Yes, like fully, and it was.
It might have been Camry Jones.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it was impressive.
Yeah.
You gotta have leg strength. You gotta have core strength. You gotta have arm strength. Like it's. Not to mention a lot of coordination. Moser with a 3 here. Brings to 14, Dutchmen 14, Blue Jays 49. Gabe Medlock on defense right there. Broden closed out. Another and 1 there for Washington.
Washington is.
Yeah, it's going to be 51 to 14 for these free throws, before this one free throw here. Chance for an and 1 opportunity.
Looks like number 55, Perry, is back up there.
He defers on the and 1 opportunity. Let's bring the ball to court. Oh, Gabe. Nice little drive there to the basket. Good layup there. Dutchmen was getting beat on the dribble penetration whenever we held defense. We was having a little bit slow rotation there. An errant pass there. Tips off a couple hands, falls in number 40's hands for Washington. Got another foul here. This one's going to be on Lex Mosler. Sends number 55 back up to the line. .41 seem to be quite a bit taller than everybody else on our team.
Let's see. Well, 55 is 6'5", and 41 is also 6'5".
Yeah. Some big boys. I mean, Bryce Kramer really isn't that small. And whenever they're both considerably taller than him, they got to be pretty big.
Yeah.
I'd say that out of all the kids on the floor and on the bench, I'd say that Bryce or freshman Andrew Budnick are the tallest. A little uncontested floater there for the Blue Jays. Brings the score to 56 to 16. Gotta get rid of it. Gotta get rid of it. Another missed opportunity for the Dutchmen. Another foul. Well, it's something to be said. The Dutchmen have not quit in their effort so far, even being down 40. So there's something to be said for that. Like right there, Bryce making it hard to get that bucket right there. Send him to the line, make him learn it. And misses the first one. Sorry, I don't know how long you were looking at Coach Lewis's back there until Addie told me to switch the camera, so I'm sorry. I got too busy watching, not looking at the screen. I'm bad at multitasking.
We know. It's okay. Looks like we have freshman Wyatt Bone out there.
Also, we have freshman Charlie Katzoff into the game. So right now we have two juniors and Lex and Logan, along with 3 freshmen in Gabe, Charlie, and Wyatt. Gotta get rid of it. 5-second call right there. Looks like freshman Tucker Sassman is going to check in here for Logan.
A minute left on the clock.
And running.
It's gone by fast.
It has. That running clock changes a lot of things. Good defense there by Wyatt. Oh, Tucker heads up. That was an impressive pass right there. Wyatt threw it off the back of Tucker's head. Tucker gathered it and went up for a layup and got fouled. So now he's got 2 shots. But you better do it quick because he only has 30 seconds. Makes the first one. Got about 15 seconds left in the game.
Might be able to get us up to 18.
Yeah. He makes it.
Yep. Now 4 seconds left.
And that will be the game. Final score, Blue Jays 56, your Dutchmen 18. Like Coach She said, the video, what is it, hype video, is that what it is, right?
Yes, it was the hype video. We filmed in the locker room. We got the fog machine on, and then they filmed their like cheer, their little chant, and then
Little clap thing.
yeah, and then they run in here, but they like dim the lights, which they've never done that before. So I thought that was kind of cool the first time I seen it, but it does look good on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Yes, I've not visited the mill this year. We have a very brand new, very, very large video.
And there they dim the lights again.
Yep. We're going to zoom in on this video for you. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear the background audio at all.
We'll take some quotes from some pretty amazing movies.
Here's the hype videos that you'll see on the screen right here. Looks like they got some Rihanna playing in the background here.
You a fan?
Some Rihanna songs. I thought her halftime performance at the Super Bowl was fun.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was pretty cool that they like had like dancers from all around the country go out.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
I was watching this basketball game. Who are they playing?
Washington.
Do girls play Washington ever? They have to, right?
They don't have to. I don't know. So I heard you have a podcast.
I do, with this fella right here, Addie.
Yeah. How's it going?
And we just made one today. And we talked about Christmas traditions. Hi, Mr. T.
What was your favorite Christmas tradition that you covered?
On Christmas Eve, well, we don't actually do it anymore, but on Christmas Eve, we used to open a gift early.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And then it'd just be like a little prep for Christmas, I guess. I don't know.
Very nice.
But yeah.
Did you like the Christmas mood right before Christmas?
Yeah. And we just decorated over the weekend. My house.
The most decorating we do, one, because I do not, I wouldn't mind putting the lights up, but I don't want to go take them down. So I do not put lights up outside. The most decorating we do is we put the Christmas tree up and decorate ornaments and stuff.
I don't ever take down any of the decorations. I leave that up to my mom, and I feel bad, but I'm like, I don't want to do this, sorry. And I don't know, like, I guess she just takes all the ornaments off, which now I feel really bad now that I'm saying it out loud. But I'm just, like, while I'm putting up the ornaments, I'm like, wow, this must suck to take down.
Yeah. But you're never there for it?
No, my mom likes to pack the tree up. She feels that thing.
I was told that this year after Christmas, whenever all the Christmas trees that are left over go on sale, we're getting a new one. Because we've had this
For the
current
school?
Christmas tree, huh?
For the school?
No, for like my house.
Oh.
Because we've had this Christmas tree for 7 years now. And we bought it whenever we first bought a house. So we didn't really have a whole lot of money. And it was just like a little cheap tree. It was like $42 at Walmart. Hey, that $42 tree's been going strong for 7 years.
Do the lights still work on it?
Yeah.
Really?
Original lights.
We got our Christmas tree. I mean, it's probably a few years old, but the like whole middle of it is just the lights don't work.
Do you put like extra lights on it?
I think my dad usually does, but he hasn't done that.
Okay.
I didn't mean to mute you. I guess 3 is the one that's not being used. And actually, Kemp, you carry for a second.
I have 3.
All right, you carry for a second. I'm going to help Allie get set up.
Okay. Bunch of guys just kind of watch our boys warm up here because I feel like me just talking to myself is just, I don't know, I don't really have a story to tell, so. call. You had to get your Chromebook and charge your phone.
I sure did. There's nowhere else to plug it in up here. My phone's at 1%, and my mom would probably question if I'm like okay or not. It's quite chilly outside though, but
Is it?
yeah, I can see my breath.
I like chili, but I
Not
don't.
too cold. I don't like snow.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Allie. I like snow, but I don't like the aftermath of the snow. So like all the mud and like all that stuff. I do want a white Christmas though.
That's what I was gonna say. White Christmas.
Yeah, but I don't know. The snow that we had last week or the week before, I wasn't a fan. It was too cold. I like to be warm and cozy.
I always enjoy the snow for myself.
Yeah, but then you gotta deal with the mud.
I think it's all.
Makes my shoes dirty.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see something pop up on screen right now. I did take one replay during the JV game. I just want to make sure that it's working. It's a good thing I'm trying this now.
You might have random replays during the varsity game like we did last week during that thriller.
Yes. All right, so our crew has changed up a little bit now. I always like to give a shout out to the crew, but before I do that, I want to give a shout out to Chastity Men's CPA LLC. She is the sponsor for tonight's game that everybody is viewing, so thank you to Chastity for the support and having this game be broadcasted. Next, we'll go through the crew that we have doing this varsity game right now. On the camera that you see now is going to be Miss Allie Kibler, and Allie's also got a microphone. How are you, Allie?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing splendid. I'm super happy that you're joining us.
Splendid.
That is a word I'm going to start using.
Yeah, that shows my excitement, how happy I am. All right, the next camera that I have here is this camera down here. This is the floor cam. So last game it was ran by Clara Julius, but we did a little switcheroo here for this game, and Carly Julius, her twin sister, is now running this camera. To my left, I have Miss Addie Shear. She's going to be running the scoreboard that you see in the bottom right. That has to be manually run the entire game. It doesn't necessarily connect to the scoreboard in here. So it's possible that it could be a few seconds off, maybe a point or so off at some times, but we'll always get it adjusted, especially by the timeouts. It'll be correct. On the microphones, we also have Miss Addie Walters. Addie, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Splendid, actually.
Splendid.
And then also we have joining us Mr. Coach Kemp. Coach, how did it go while I was away? Did you guys do just fine or what?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
whenever you told me to take it over, I actually made Allie get on the mic because I didn't really want to be on there by myself and just talking to kind of nobody with nobody responding to me. So I felt like that was kind of weird.
Do you ever talk to yourself?
I do it all the time.
In my head, I don't do it. I don't do it much out loud.
There's many broadcasts where I've been the only person talking, and I know the feeling. So a broadcaster,
I think during the game, I think it'd be fine. But
Right.
like just like during warm up, trying to like fill dead time, I feel like it just feels weird talking out loud to nobody responding.
I love the new hype video, Mr. T.
I know it's good.
cool, right?
That was very cool.
So was that your first time seeing it in here?
Yes. Are the like the choir stuff and the other stuff they recorded gonna pop up?
Yeah. So the choir will be the national anthem tonight.
Really?
We don't have somebody to sing the national anthem, which I think that turned out really cool too. We have some trivia that will pop up there during the game. We have a little sing-along song, but we don't have a great student section right now.
I
Coach
did
Kemp,
see that.
What's up
I
with
don't know
that?
where everyone is.
I guess
I
it's.
know. I mean, after the great game we had last week, you think that thing should be absolutely packed and about to fall over, but
I'm not going to lie. That was one of the
some
most
more-
exciting games that I've seen. And maybe people will keep trickling in here now that it's getting closer to 7 o'clock. I think, like, on a schedule, it's scheduled that these will start at 7, the varsity, but obviously it's dependent on the JV game. For the few people that just joined us, the game does start in 4 minutes and 20 seconds now as the clock is ticking down. Allie, I asked Addie last time before the last game. Allie, how many basketball games have you been to? You go to many basketball games?
I went to my first one last Friday. I went to
First one
Salem.
ever in high school?
No. First one this year. But I went all the way to Salem, and I was like, I'm glad this one's a home game. And girls have a home game Wednesday, which I'm also going to
I
go
know.
to.
I haven't seen any girls' games this year yet.
Either.
Have they had a home game yet this year?
The girls? No, Wednesday is their first one.
Okay,
And
that's why then.
So I
I'm
also have not seen the
extremely stoked about it. They
Who do
are.
they play?
They play Borgia.
Oh, Borgia's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, Borgia's always competitive. You're always going to get a competitive game against them, I think.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that I think the Dutch girls beat up on Borgia last year. Coach Cam, can you verify that? I had to look it up on. I'm not
yeah, I'll look it up on Intermission real quick.
I think they did, but I also don't want to say the wrong thing and be wrong. As my wife knows, I'm wrong far too often.
I always say I'm right. The girls are always right.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Just roll with it.
Yeah, you just got to roll with it. You got to agree.
Yeah, that would be.
That'd be a typical response for you, Adam, I'm sure.
Oh, see, there's the out-of-pocket thing. We were talking about this earlier because
Coach Kemp is out of pocket.
Yeah, we got on the subject of Christmas, and he said something about Liz, and then about how Liz would be in the Santa's workshop with the elves, and I said, well, you'd be working real hard on St. Patty's Day there, Coach Kemp.
Yeah, I'm sad I missed that moment. Sounds like good times were had up here.
So, Coach C, you are right. You did beat Borgia 55-42 last year on the girls' side.
So I would say that's not as lopsided as I maybe I thought I remembered, but okay. Also, I figured out how I screwed up the replays. It was because of what I was doing with wrestling the other day. I did that 4-cam thing, and it changed some things up. Oh boy, here we go. Got our. Oh, thank you, Michael. I love it whenever we have people in the chat asking questions. We have Michael Buchholz who asks, "What's the highest points in a game, and who has the most points of all time in 4 years of high school?" All right, highest points in a game. I think I do actually know this, Michael. I think it's Matthew Jett, and I was here the night that it happened. I'm fairly certain. I think he set the school record for. Oh, and is Elena saying anything?
Her face says otherwise.
I got a walkie-talkie. I got a radio down to the video board.
And welcome to Owensville High School for tonight's basketball varsity matchup between the Washington Blue Jays and our very own Owensville Dutchmen.
Here, the PA announcer here. This is so. Allie, you can zoom in on whatever you'd like.
How do I zoom in on
That was kind of cool. It was like a recording on the scoreboard. I didn't know that was.
You gotta take note of that for next time with the hype video and we're up here alone and he's like down there doing something. You gotta like move all those things up because then it'll make it louder for the people at home.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Do it.
Okay, well, I should have known that because of the podcast stuff. Whoops. And it looks like for our Owensville Dutchmen, we have number 4, Brady Watson.
Sophomore.
Sorry, no, I said number 4.
I know, I said sophomore.
Oh, okay.
Sophomore.
Number 15, Keegan Glauser, also a sophomore. 25, Chase Crosby, also a sophomore. Number 32, Zayden Gates, a senior. Number 41, Eli Graham, also a senior.
So Dutchmen have 3 sophomores that start for us. We got Brady, Chase, Kigo, and then we have 2 seniors in Zayden and Eli.
And it looks like on the Washington side, we have number 2. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of my paper. We have number 2. How do you think you say that?
All right. Things are underway here, and Keegan Glauser, as the Dutchmen win the tip-off.
Brady gets tripped up there, catches the ball, and gives it right back to Kigo without traveling. That's impressive.
Michael Buchholz, I will come back to your comment in just a moment. I do think I know all-time scoring, but I could be wrong. Oh, good hustle there by Chase Crosby on the Brady Watson miss as Eli Graham goes up. Oh my gosh. I feel like that almost could have been an and one.
That was a really nice move there by Eli to kind of hover there and put the ball up, bring it down, then go right underneath the arm of the Washington defender.
Absolutely. As Washington returns the favor with a quick 3 here, as Dutchmen are down early 3-2. I think we're in for a good game tonight, guys.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, we played these guys in the Borgia tournament at the beginning of the year. Chase 3-pointer, just a little off. And I believe it was a 2-point game that Washington actually came back and beat us in.
Yeah, I think we had control of the game for quite a while, and then Washington made a great comeback there at the end, per what I was following on the Republican. Thanks to Will Johnson. Oh, yes!
Play there by Chase.
Great play by Chase. Good hustle, smart, intelligent play.
Looked like our cheerleaders were a little scared there for a second.
I would be too. I mean, Chase is only about 6 foot, but I mean,
Oh, you're good.
He's a solid 6 foot.
Oh, feed the beast!
Ooh, just misses though.
Man. They got the ball down low to the guy they wanted with a good chance. Unable to get it to fall.
So far earlier in this game, the Dutchmen are moving the ball much crisper than they were against Fathom on the offensive end.
Yeah, I think it looks good as Washington gets a good feed down low. Unable to get it to fall, but they're going to get the foul shots here to go with it.
Interesting who they call it on.
Oh, no, they're going to say that was on the floor. I guess that was on the rebound coming down. Nope, never mind. It's a short foul. I don't know what I'm looking at here.
I'm pretty sure that was on Eli.
Washington is able to make the first to double the Dutchman score here by 4-2.
I don't know if you guys noticed that, but when he made that, all the Washington boys put their leg up. And now they crossed their leg.
Hey, it's only weird if it doesn't work, but it worked that time.
Yeah.
All right, Dutchman trail here by 3. Rachel Kepke in the chat says, "Hey, Mr. T, tell my ladies Carly and Addie I said hi."
Hey, Rachel. You want to say hi, Addie? Addie.
Hi, Rachel.
All right, we got a foul on Washington here that's going to send Zayden to the line. 2 shots. Gets the first to go. That's what we're talking about. Michael Buchholz, back to your question. I think Matthew Jett is the record holder for most points in a game. And if I was guessing on all-time points, I'm going either Jim White or I'm going Greg Waymeyer. That's my guess.
I'm kind of surprised they don't have that on like the wall anywhere.
I think they do in the trophy case out there.
Oh.
But you're right. That could be like on the wall next to the track times and everything.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
I think there's been talks about trying to do that. It's just a matter of finding the stats.
It is
in a reputable place
where they're accurate.
To verify that. But there has been talks.
All right, Washington's got a lot of ball movement here, and they just had a great chance at a reverse layup, but unable to get it to go. Dutchmen settle it down as they moved across court, down by a score of 5-4. Zayden Gates was able to drain both of his free throws on our last offensive attempt down the floor. On the floor right now, it looks like we got Brady Watson, Chase Crosby, Eli Graham, Keegan Glauser, and Zayden Gates. Floor features 2 seniors and 3 sophomores. We got a young team this year. We mentioned that in our last broadcast. And they're not afraid to get that ball down there in the post to Eli, Coach.
No, they're not. There must be something in the scouting report that Coach Van Leer's seen that makes it fair for him.
Yes, stays Dutchman. That was a good play by number 1 for Washington, which would be Mr. Jaden Grossi. Got the block on Keegan, and Keegan's lucky that it wasn't out on him, really.
Yeah.
Coming to the floor now is Brandon Graham for Eli Graham and Jansen Leb for Keegan Glauser.
Downloaded Brandon now. Goes up. Oh. Almost let the baby hook fall.
For those of you at home watching that maybe aren't super familiar with the Dutchman squad, Washington puts a 3 up and is unable to get it to fall. We do have 2 Graham brothers on the team, and that would be Eli and Brandon Graham. They both played the same position, too. They played down low, and Brady Watson needs some help there. Wasn't able to really get it. Got to get back on defense now, and he gets the swat.
Good block.
Absolutely. You know, make the turnover, but get back on defense and make a defensive play like that. At first, I thought he was coming up like a little slow up the court, but I guess that was, you know, part of the plan to be able to get the block like that. I'm not really sure.
He was trying to put himself in a better position and not get a foul and still have the good opportunity to block it.
Right. Come on, Chase.
Chase comes up with
with
a steal. Pass the ball to Jansen. Had a little bit of an odd man rush there, but we couldn't capitalize on that. Maybe we can capitalize on this post feed to Brandon.
You know, the scouting report has to be work it down low. We've seen it time and time again here in the early going.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Chase.
Chase with another, comes up with another
Oh,
steal.
wow.
Good hustle play there.
Oh, and out on Washington.
That looked really painful.
You could hear the screech from up here.
Yeah, floor burn is real, folks. It's not fun.
And it hurts even worse when you're all sweaty and then it gets in there and just burns really bad. It don't feel too good.
Floor burn's a lot like turf burn. It just never goes away.
I've never had a turf burn. I don't ever want one either.
That's not fun. Just ask some of the football boys.
I see them during football season and they look really not pleasing to the eye.
They look gross, don't they?
Very.
Jansen with a nice little pull up here for 2. Gives the Dutchmen a lead, 6-5 over the Blue Jays.
I feel like this game might be like
A little back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely has potential to go right there. Another block there by, it looks like Brady again.
I'm doing sign language here with our scoreboard keeper. Or video boy, I was just say scoreboard. Yes!
2 shots here coming in for Brandon Graham.
I love the game plan. I love getting to see the big men work down low like that.
Yeah, I think last game with the zone that Fatima was running, I think it was just really hard for us to get the ball down low. We started doing it a little bit later in the game, but definitely a focal point this game so far. Brandon is first.
That's Brandon.
Keegan going in for Brady.
So we're looking at these free throw shots here. Michael Buchholz, remember Greg Waymeyer dunking it when I was a kid. He played at Old High School where the library is at, the good old days. Yeah, Greg Waymeyer, I've heard so many stories about Greg. He's almost like a folk hero legend at this point. He is actually here tonight. Maybe we can zoom in on him a little bit later. Greg is here tonight. Washington gets the 3 to fall to tie the game up at 8.
That's number 2, Scott. I'm sorry for any Washington fans watching tonight. I do not know how to pronounce his first name. I don't want to butcher it all night long, so
I'll
by
go
his
for
last
it.
name.
Who scored it?
Number 2.
I think it's Nakai.
Nakai Scott.
There you go.
Anybody
We
from Washington,
apologize
feel
if
free to
it is
phonetically put it in
not
the chat.
right. We apologize.
Correct.
Passed it out to Jansen Lev here, who had a really hot hand from three-point in the last game at home.
I believe he went 4 for 8, 50%.
Yeah, we'll take that from 3 all day long.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's all right.
that's the
Keep playing.
second.
Oh,
Out of bounds.
Zayden got just a little too close for him.
They need a half-size smaller shooter there.
It's amazing how close some things are sometimes. Washington works it up the court. To the people that have joined us, the 26 viewers right now, thank you guys for joining us tonight. 3 ball by Washington is down. Back-to-back possessions with threes.
So that is his third 3 tonight.
So we got a shooter.
Yep, number 2 is a shooter.
Nakai
Sharp shooter so far. Not just a shooter.
Zayden Gates might have a playing off the ball with him a little bit when he's in 3. Dutchmen work it around the perimeter, try to feed it down low to Zayden, unable to get it to him. And we got a good hustle play there by Zayden as he came all the way back down the court to knock that one away.
Right through the lane, too. That's a
Great pass
That was really good.
from Keegan to find Brandon Graham right under the hoop.
that's a very nice find, very nice drive.
Absolutely.
Nice little left-hand pass.
Number 1, Jaden Grossi had a shot at a 3, but passed up on it. Took the mid-range jumper, pulled up and missed. Chase is trying to get under control. He needs help, lots of help. Finds Zayden with a pass right over the shoulders.
Nice little fade ball to Zayden. We saw that a couple times during football.
I'm going to pull up that highlight as soon as we have a stoppage in play. But this has been a pretty quick first quarter as we're down to 28 seconds already.
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of stoppage in play. It's been very back and forth. Addie mentioned that she thinks it's going to be a very back and forth game score-wise.
Trying to shoot off the inbound, unable to get that to fall.
Ooh, easy there, Chase.
Chase, I have to say I'm very impressed with the Dutchman defenders. I feel as though they've a lot of hustle plays so far.
Yeah. Much less fouls in the first quarter so far than
Washington holds for the final shot here, and they're going to get that to fall. We're going to get
Chase at the end of the quarter. He loves these. It's close.
Oh.
And Chase, I was talking to Coach Van Leer. Actually, I probably shouldn't say this.
Okay.
In case any other team goes on the scouting report. So I don't want to give out any secrets from Dutchmen.
Looks like we're at trivia time right now, and Washington cheerleaders are back on the court.
What year was Owensville founded?
1844.
1842.
I'm
I'm going to go with that one. That was the closest to what I said.
The goal is inconveniently right in the way from the
Oh,
1847.
Hey, I was close.
3 off.
I was close.
I forgot to set those to where they don't repeat. That's my fault. Oh, she just muted it.
I know the answer this time. Aw.
Panic.
I would have done the same thing. That was quick reaction.
Yeah, I would have gotten it right the second time.
Hey, I'm pretty proud of myself. I was pretty close, and I just threw out a random number out there.
All right, in that first half, let's see the first highlight that I have here. No, it did not pull up. What am I doing? All right, I thought I had it, but jury's out. I'm still in the mouse for just a second.
Who was that drove number 1? What's it? Number 1 is
Jaden Grossi.
Rossi with a nice drive there and left-handed layup at the end of the quarter there for the Blue Jays, making a 13-10 lead over the Dutchmen. You see in that replay right there, that nice pass by Keegan in the first quarter. Washington starts out the second quarter with the ball. Converts on a layup by number 10. Nope, number 30.
The instant replay will go away in just a second. I got to take the mouse back. Oh, good feed down to Zayden Gates down low as the Dutchmen get back on the board. Make it 15-12, down to 3 ball at this point.
Jaden Grossi.
Number 2 really likes to. He doesn't really like to shoot threes so much so far this game, but he passed up a couple of open looks, taking a couple dribbles, and did a nice little pull up.
What do we got here? What's the call?
We're gonna call the foul on the floor, or Keegan could have a chance to shoot. Keegan's really impressed me the last couple of games with his ability to drive to the basket.
I feel like he's grown a lot.
I really like that word, drive.
Drive, that's what it's called. It's a
Oh.
Yeah.
drive to the basket.
3 by Zay. Keegan just a little bit off. A little short.
I was telling Mr. T I'm not very much of a basketball pro, so I don't really know.
It's okay.
Yeah, I never knew basketball had so much lingo until I went to the Salem game. And I went with Addie, and she was talking about screening and stuff, and I was like, screening?
Good take there by Brady Watson.
That was a nice buttery finish there.
It was.
Hanging up in the air with contact, through contact.
Oh,
You guys get a nice little replay there. Something.
wait a second. I apologize. I think I got the replay thing figured out now, but I had to mess up a lot to get to that point. So I apologize to the viewers at home.
Hey, if you ain't trying, you ain't trying.
That's right. I don't know that that's the saying, but we're going to go with it.
Well, it's if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But
That's right. But if you're not trying, you're certainly not trying. I agree.
if you're not trying, you're probably not going to win.
That's true. So we're going to make mistakes on this broadcast, but we're going to get it figured out. All right. Dutchmen are looking to force Washington into a mistake here. And he just got
Oh, my God.
a alley-oop dunk.
Jaden Grossi just threw down a nasty alley-oop. And from the way he was getting up on those mid-range jumpers, I am not surprised that kid could absolutely fly. Wow.
Yeah, that was unexpected. We just don't see a lot of dunking in this area.
No, we do not. And definitely not a whole lot of alley-oops that are actually
No, that's an
converted.
insanely tough play that they made look pretty easy there, honestly. As Keegan works it down, and is that going to be? Yeah, that's going to be
shooting foul.
All right. Last try on this replay. So, okay, I know what I've done wrong. I blame myself. I messed it up whenever Eddie, I'm going to steal the mouse for just a moment.
Poor Addie can't have her mouse.
Nope.
It's taken away. You're
Keegan
grounded.
can't get the
We need to get her
first
one of those
ball.
fancy touchscreen monitors.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You're grounded from the mouse. No more.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. I got to get full screen. So when I did the wrestling game the other day, that's where I messed it up because I messed it up doing the wrestling. We won't have replays tonight. I'll have to fix that another time.
Yeah,
Oh, good block there from the Dutchman.
I believe that was Keegan.
Trail by 3 right now. Yes!
Oh, nice reverse layup there by Brady Watson, number 4, sophomore.
Brady's had a couple really great finishes already.
Yeah, he has. Maybe we'll see a breakout game from Brady like we saw last week from Keegan. Oh
my
number
goodness.
1 just banked in one. I see why he does those mid-range and dunks because that was not that pretty.
But effective.
Yes, it was effective this time. He might see another dunk. Oh, it's going to count. That counts as a dunk. It hung up there on the.
Racking these points up.
Yeah.
Right.
That does count as a dunk, ladies and gentlemen. He did force the ball down through the basket, even though it rolled up there for just a half second.
Score has moved to 22-16 in favor of
Chase 3 ball. A little short.
Little off. Got a travel there by 42.
Also going back to that alley-oop, I has to have a lot of confidence in the coach to call that. Like you have to convert that quite often
To even
even try it in a game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed.
It was very unexpected, that's for sure. Chase pull up.
Off the mark. Dutchman able to come up with the offensive rebound. Washington works it up the floor. 42. 42 also looks like he might be able to dunk.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple on the floor that look like they could dunk, maybe.
42 gets the shot off, and he gets the 3-ball.
Just like the JV team, their varsity team so far has been very good at shooting threes. High percentage.
Chase is going to get to the line as he gets fouled driving. Hopefully cut this to a 7-point game.
I think we just kind of slowed them down offensively and get the momentum back on our side a little bit. I think that alley-oop played a huge factor into that momentum swing that we've seen the last couple minutes.
Chase unable to get the first one to go. Basketball, like we talked about last game, is definitely a game of runs. So, Washington can go on a run, Owensville will go on a run, trade blows back and forth, and hopefully we have the bigger and the longer run.
Chase gets that one. It's going to be 25-17. Blue Jays over the Dutchmen right now. Chase checks out. And Zayden.
Keegan, Brady, Zayden, Eli, and Jansen on the floor right now.
First time, I think first time we've had more seniors than sophomores.
Yeah, usually that's the other way around.
Yeah, it is.
Washington gets another 3 off, able to find the bottom of the net. Washington's having a great night shooting so far here in this first half. Having a hard time slowing them up. Dutchmen try to set up for a good shot here. It seems like, having already played us once, seems like they're playing Jansen pretty close out there on the perimeter.
Yeah. Keegan slips there on that loose ball right there. Keegan was able to slip to the basket. Nice find there by Eli.
Washington committed pretty hard there on that loose ball and gave up kind of defensive positioning there that helped us get an easy bucket.
I'm a little surprised that number 1 didn't jump up in the air to contest that, because he was right there.
Eli goes straight up, good defense. Dutchmen try to hold on to this.
Off the front of the rim, good save there by Zayden.
Brady brings it up. He's had a pretty hot hand here. And Zayden with a great save. Jansen gets a 3-ball off. He's a little bit long.
A little bit too strong there.
He knew he had to be strong because he was pretty deep.
Yeah.
One is a little bit long on his jumper. Keegan brings it up the floor, finds Zayden Gates, who goes up. I'm surprised I thought there might have been some contact there, but not enough to draw the foul for sure. Gets another 3 off, and that one's going to be in and out. Washington comes up with the offensive rebound. They set back up as number 1 works his way back down the court. I think number 1 and 2 are maybe their I bet they're their leading scorers just from watching in the early going.
Probably. They get the ball a lot. They get a lot of touches. Number 11 right there with a nice drive, left-handed finish.
Takes the Blue Jay lead to 11 now. As the Dutchmen try to claw back into this thing before the end of the half. Brady kind of got caught in his dribble there, I feel like.
I feel like the Dutchmen just need to kind of slow it down, kind of like how they did in the first part of the game. Swing the ball around, move the defense around, and get some open lanes in the hoop. I think we've gotten a little bit too much. Our dribble penetration has not been as great as it was earlier.
Yeah, it seemed like it started the game off pretty hot as number 1 gets the good find as Brady commits the foul, trying to contest the shot. It's going to send number 30 from Washington.
It's going to be Brady's second as well.
Jace Camper to the line.
Got about 37 seconds left here in the second quarter, right before halftime.
All right, Allie and Addie, did you girls ever play basketball growing up?
I did.
I did also.
Nice.
I played upwards. My mom wanted me to
Yeah.
play basketball so bad because she was a basketball player. She loved basketball.
Yeah, that was my mom too. My mom made me play softball up until
yeah.
about like the 2nd or 3rd grade, and finally I was like, Mom, I'm not playing anymore. I don't like it, and that kind of disappointed her. but-
I had to literally break down at practice and hide in the bathroom to be able to quit basketball.
Oh, wow, that's a unique.
Yeah, I played basketball. I played upwards, and then I played in like 3rd or 4th grade, I think.
Yeah, I played upwards and I think a little bit of elementary. When did upwards stop?
I think it stops in middle school, right?
Yeah, it stops in
Oh.
6th grade, I think.
I must have played 6th grade a little bit then.
I think you can play in 6th grade, but as soon as like there's a school basketball team, you have to go to that.
Yeah.
Because I also played upwards. Dutchmen
Really?
hold for the last shot
I
here.
remember.
Brady gets it off. Oh, just a little bit long as
That's
Dutchmen.
well-designed play right there for an open shot for Brady.
All right. I'll let you talk a little bit about what you saw in the first half. I'm going to message down to Elena.
So we obviously saw that amazing alley-oop. Then
was
another dunk about 30 seconds later.
Crazy shots.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think Dutchmen played really well. The Blue Jays just got a lot of momentum off of those couple plays right there that they rode. Definitely the end of the second quarter there. All the way up to their 13-point lead. The 32 Blue Jays, Dutchmen 19.
All right. We're going to work on getting some highlights together here from the first half for you guys. While we're getting these highlights together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the highlights from last week's game for you guys to see on screen right now. I'm going to mute us. You'll be able to see those highlights. Get the phone.
It's off again. Chase comes up with the board.
Yes!
And it's in. Coach Kemp is our resident.
Let's go.
Giant.
Yes!
I think I've already asked this, but
Get
basketball.
Oh, yeah, good.
Nice job there.
Swinging to Jansen.
Jansen puts it up.
Put it up.
Yes! The third one of the night comes. Zayden's coming across. Oh, Chase up the middle.
Yes!
And it comes down. Zayden.
So do you think that was an adjustment they made because of...
Oh, let's go.
Oh, he's coming up with it.
Oh, yeah, good
Zane's coming
find. Yes, sir.
I heard that hand.
Hey, Dutch girls and Dutchmen fans. Dutch girls basketball play tonight, St. Clair, and Wednesday right here versus St. Francis.
All right, so that was the highlights from the game that you saw last week on... What night was that? Was that Thursday last week?
Of the girls or the boys?
Of the boys.
Oh yeah, that was Thursday.
The girls also played Thursday. They played Hawaii.
Real quick, Michael Buchholz, if you're still watching with us, that's Mr. Greg Waymire himself. A lot of stories about some massive dunks that he used to throw down back in the day. Allie, if you want to scan the crowd for me real quick while I finish up these highlights.
We're going to pick a random person out and ask who it is.
We've done with that with the chat before. You can see that got some Washington
I see
fans.
I see Bryce Payne and Landon Valley over there, along with Landry Watson.
Where?
They
The
are
Over there in the
right
top right
corner.
corner.
Over right there.
There you go. There's some
There they
former
are.
OHS.
I'm going to text Bryce to tell him to say hi or wave.
Yeah, Landry.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to finish these highlights from the first half here for the Dutchmen. I'll throw those up on the screen.
Hey, pan over to him. They're doing it now.
Did you get him to wave?
I did. Now I'm going to try and hopefully I have more success with Bryce than I did Coach Howard of coming up here and getting on the broadcast.
Coach Howard wouldn't?
Coach Brandon Howard. I didn't text Coach Justin Howard. He probably didn't have his phone on him.
Did you say he was going to help out with Kids Club or something like that?
Yeah, both of them are. Both their kids.
Or wrestling?
Yep. You got Braxton and Hayden for Coach Dustin Howard, and then you got Chandler for Brandon. It's not looking promising, though. He sent back, definitely not.
All right. Well, the good news is that I think I have got the Dutchmen first half highlights edited up here. I just got to get it exported, and we'll have those in here in just a moment. As Allie is still taking us around the gym. So first off, it's a Monday night here, obviously, and for anybody that goes back and watches this video maybe years from now, that's one of the things I love to think about. I love to think about somebody like, I want to go back and watch a game.
Oh my gosh, yes, because that reminds me when all those like class of like, for example, like 99, 2000, like all those videos came out.
All those highlight tapes that I converted?
Yeah, my parents and me and my brother watched them all. And my dad was like going through, was like, oh, I remember that. And I was like, on that day we did that and that. And it was just, I don't know. It was kind of weird, but it was cool at the same time.
Yeah, that will be us.
Zayden Gates,
And that's kind of
senior.
why I do like TV studio, like being in that class, is because in like the future I can look back with like my kids and my family and be like, I did that.
It is kind of crazy to think that, I always try to keep that in mind whenever we're missed. As Eli Graham goes up.
Like,
Got to get back on defense now. And he gets the swat.
I'm going to look back and be like,
Great
like,
pass.
that was really good.
All right, so I'm going to turn these highlights off real quick.
Radioed you.
What'd you say?
Elena radioed you.
Oh,
I don't know what she wanted, but she was.
give me just 1 second, Elena. I'll be right back. All right, we're going to go through these highlights real quick.
Miss as Eli Graham goes up.
Eli Graham with a
Gotta
bucket
get back
there.
on defense now.
He
It's
gets the
half.
swat. Brady Watson's swat.
Great
After a
pass.
That
turnover,
was
there's
really
Brandon
good.
Graham getting a bucket. We saw a couple good take there by
Driving
Brady
layups
layups by
from
three
Brady
right
Watson.
now. There was the first one, and then there was the second one, a reverse layup. Brandon Graham
Keegan
working it
slipped
down for
there.
Keegan Glauser. And that was after the turnover. And now we're back to real time where we're getting the shoot around. We got about 4 minutes left here before we get started again. I want to mute myself real quick to radio down to the scores table.
Dutchmen need to find a way to answer some of these threes that Washington keeps putting up. I mean, I think the three-point game right now, I don't even think we have a made three-point shot, and I think they have about 6.
I don't know. Not really.
I mean, hey, we can make all 2s and they make all 3s. They still win.
Yeah.
3 plus 3 plus 3 is more than 2 plus 2 plus 2. I don't know many math, but I know some math.
Allie, if you could, zoom into the scoreboard for, I think Elena's about to do trivia again. So for anybody that doesn't know, we do have this video board here at the high school now in the gymnasium. And we're able to put a variety of things that we make in class on it. Here we have a question. What park in town is named after the founder of Owensville? I do know the answer to this one.
Probably
Bushman.
Luster.
Yeah, probably
Bushman.
Bushman.
Bushman or Luster?
We do have a correct answer.
Whoop, whoop.
So, okay, do you guys
Homer.
know the story?
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes.
No.
Who knows the story?
Me.
Okay, what's the story? Why is Luster
Oh, sorry.
considered the founder?
Oh, I
First of
thought
all, where's Luster Park at?
I don't know. I thought you were talking about the name of Owensville. I don't know that story.
Oh.
I know the story of how like Owensville got its name, but I don't know
Hey,
the story.
please tell.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, a guy named I think his name is Owen, and they're playing horseshoes. That's why Owensville has like the horseshoe stuff, and he won a game of horseshoes for like town name.
Okay.
They picked Owensville.
Yeah, no.
Sure did.
Nice
here's-
job, Owen.
Okay, so first off, Owen lost the horseshoe match.
Oh, I
so
thought he won it.
It was Owen versus Luster. Luster wins the horseshoe match, but decides that Lusterville doesn't sound very good. So he decided to go with Owensville anyways. That is how Owensville got its name.
Well, I think they made the right choice there.
Yeah.
I agree
Then
that.
we would really get hate on if we were called Lusterville.
I think there is a Lusterville. I think that's actually a place.
Oh, I have no idea.
I'm going to have to Google that.
Where's Luster Park at?
Luster Park is the one that's
I was
down
gonna ask.
at Lower Park.
I thought that was Winter Park.
Oh, I thought that was Lower Park.
I thought it was Winter Park.
No. I'm wrong. Luster Park. That is Winter Park. Luster Park is the one that is over by Snowensville. That is Luster Park. So Luster Park is over there by Snowensville, which is also by St. Peter's Baptist or St. Peter's Christian Church.
By the funeral home.
Yes. Bushman Park is obviously on the other side of town
And
where
Memorial's up at the top.
Memorial's where the fairgrounds are.
Yeah.
And then Winters Park is kind of on the fairgrounds, but it's where the now pickleball courts are.
I love pickleball. It's so much fun. Have you ever played pickleball?
My wife and I actually got to play some pickleball here recently, and it is a lot of fun.
It's so much fun. It's
Hey,
I like
what? You want to start a couples pickleball night in the summer?
tournament. No, it's not fun during the summer because it gets too hot. That's why it's fun playing in the winter.
Night.
You said summer.
There are lights
During
there.
the night.
Oh,
Yeah, night. Before, like, when the sun goes down.
Yeah,
So we don't
we
die.
play at night during the winter. We get all bundled up in our winter coats. We got our stocking caps.
Plus, as you alluded to earlier with my St. Patrick's Day, me and the sun don't really get along. So
Yeah, probably get a little crispy, don't you?
I do. I get a little red.
Yeah, I always feel for my redheaded friends when the summer heat starts scorching.
Don't worry, we feel it too.
How much aloe do you go through during the summer?
Not many, because I wear a lot of long sleeve shirts during the summer.
Like SPF shirts?
Not necessarily, but yeah, kind of.
I'll never forget, like, the first time I went golfing with Coach Kim in the summer. It's like 1 billion degrees out in Owensville. And in Owensville, you can get away with wearing, like, a cutoff and shorts and just kind of looking like a hillbilly, which is what I kind of go for when it's hot. And I'm out there in cutoffs and shorts, and Coach Kemp is out there in, like, long sleeves and a Coach Candrel hat. And I'm like, how are you not dying? He's like, it's just what you do when you got red hair. I was like, oh. All right, we're back in action here. 32-19 as the Dutchmen fight to come back in the second half.
You guys got the ball back to Brady. Brady out to Chase.
Chase trying to
in
feed it down low. Unable to get a call. Got to open Brady
There we
Watson.
go.
Get it to fall. Oh, I wanted to say bang so bad.
Good rebound there by Zayden.
It was a good shot. They were able to settle for a good shot attempt there.
Anytime the pass comes from inside to outside on a three-point attempt, it's considered a really good thing. It's kind of a natural motion. You don't have to change
You
your
get
body.
everybody to collapse in, and then you have some room on the outside to try to make that happen.
Yeah, you're also already kind of square up. Ooh, a little too strong
I think
there
the
for
Dutchman
Eli.
had 4 shot attempts on that trip down the court, but unable to get it to
pulls
fall.
up with a three off the front of the rim.
One, our
rebound
dunker
there
from the
by
first half was able to
23, 33.
get a really good look at a 3 there, but unable to get it unable to get the fall. But got the offensive rebound. Chase with a shot. Dutchmen are having a little bit of struggle with shooting tonight. And sometimes
They were having a hard time getting it to fall.
Sometimes that's just how it goes. But hopefully we can find a hot hand here and get things turned around. Still plenty of time as Dutchmen trail by 15 here with 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. One thing I don't like about the shot, not having a shot clock, is I feel like possessions start really dragging out.
In the second half?
Yeah, especially if a team has a decent lead.
I agree.
But I also understand good shot there by Kigo.
Good little pull up there by Keegan.
I
Nice
think that
little
is the
spin to a
coolest
jumper.
nickname.
Kigo?
Keegan.
I love that
That is a cool nickname. All right.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
good play there by Brady. Oh, man. He pickpocketed and then got pickpocketed, and it led to an easy shot attempt for Washington, but they're not able to get it to fall. Keegan drives it back up the court. Finds Chase, who is just absolutely
heavily contested.
swarmed. Oh, my God.
Heavily contested right there by Chase.
Yeah, they swarmed to the ball there for sure. So Chase is going to go to the charity stripe for 2 free attempts.
I'm not sure how the ref decided it was 42's fault because there's 3 people there that hacked him. So
That's a hard. Dude, being a ref is so hard.
I feel like at that point you just kind of pick a number and just go with it.
I would never be a ref. They get so much hate and backlash, especially during volleyball.
Oh, it's not just
Especially during-
volleyball. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
they get so much hate during volleyball?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of hate.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Like, so much to the point where, like, sometimes it gets down to, like, one of the teams is, like, yelling at the ref. It gets pretty interesting sometimes. And the ref just has to stand there with their hand over on whichever side.
All right, Dutchmen were able to get one of the free throws there as they now trail by 12, just trying to chip away at this lead. Washington works it around the perimeter as they try to set up for a good shot, but also probably pretty okay with running some clock as well.
Yeah, I'd imagine that They'd be okay with eating some. Kind of limit possessions here. Look for good shots or a good easy layup.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, there's no reason to rush a possession. Oh, man, that's not what.
Number 1 seems to be ending up on the floor a lot. He's been on the
Playing
floor.
hard. They're going to give him the shot, so he gets the basket. So he's got a chance for a three-point play here. He gets to go to the free throw line.
Got to make sure we box him out here.
Blue Jay lead is back to 14. Gets the free throw to go to complete the three-point play. Makes it 22-37, back to a 15-point lead for the Blue Jays. It's weird when you're watching a basketball game. I don't know how much the players think about this, Coach, but when I'm watching, it feels like, you know, there's like little milestones in trying to get that comeback. And just like getting it under 10 feels good. And then obviously you start chipping away from there. As
Good shot by Keegan.
Keegan gets the kind roll here at home. Dutchmen trail by 13 as the Dutchmen crowd comes alive. Washington works it down low, gets it back out for the three, and in and out, but we could not come up with a rebound. We just did not have the position there for it. Washington gets another wide open three look, and that's going to hit the top of the backboard, going to be out of bounds. And Dutchman ball.
Yeah, they got a couple really wide open three looks.
Do you get what I'm saying, though, about like trying to get below that 10 milestone?
I think as the players, I think a couple of them probably look at that, but I don't think a whole lot of them look at
The
score a whole lot. Brandon right there.
I mean, to a degree, you have to be cognizant of the score, obviously, especially as it gets later in game.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just kind of like baseball, and as they drive and get another bucket here.
You have a feel. You have a feel for the score and what it is, if it's getting away from you or if you feel like you're coming back.
Right. I guess like in baseball, you can't, focus on the next three at bats. You got to focus on the at bat that's at hand. So similar to basketball, you focus on the possession at hand. As Brady gets a three up, unable to get to fall. Chase comes in hard on the rebound attempt. He's able to come away with it. Gets back out to Chase. Chase makes a move. Oh, good find as Brandon Graham gets fouled down underneath the basket. He'll go to the line for two.
I think we would benefit a little bit if Brandon got that pass and just went straight up. He kind of hesitated there. I think he probably has an and one play right there if he
goes straight up with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Brandon's first free throw attempt is good. Get it back down to a 14-point lead for Washington. It seems like so far this half we're just kind of trading blows.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happened in the first half, too, until that big momentum swing for Washington.
Alley-oop.
Yep. Eli checks back in for his brother.
Take another second real quick to thank Chastity Men's for the sponsorship of this broadcast. She's a CPA here in town. If you have any accounting, bookkeeping, tax needs, make sure you check out Chastity Men's CPA LLC.
Washington turns it over here.
We'll take that. We'll take that times 10. Do it 10 more times, please.
And we got to convert 10 more times.
To anybody that's in Washington potentially viewing this, we did post on a few Washington community pages. We appreciate you joining the broadcast. We do try to stay relatively neutral. We are from Owensville, so we will tend to swing that way. Keegan gets another shot up. We've seen that fall a lot for Keegan recently, unable to get that one to go. Washington works it back down the floor.
Oh, another open three here. Converted. Man, and Washington has a couple shooters.
Looks like that was number 4. That was Jacob Bina.
Okay. Shot there by Jacob. Zayden has it over in the corner. Passes up to Keegan. Swings it over to Brady. Brady swings it inside there to Eli. Eli's backing him down. Swinging out to Keegan. Ooh, just missed on the three.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know that we've hit a three-pointer yet.
I don't think we have. I think I'd venture to say we're 8-0 on
three balls.
Yeah.
When you look at that might be. Oh.
Washington gets it.
We're going to get the bucket and the foul to go with it here.
Three-point play opportunity for Washington.
At this point, Dutchmen are going to need to go on a run before it gets too out of control, I would say.
Yeah. So they're going to have to close this gap.
Oh, man.
30-second timeout here by Owensville.
It's going to be a relevant comment to this broadcast, but a relevant comment in my life. My fantasy football wide receiver just caught a touchdown, guys. I just got the update on my phone.
I have not looked at my fantasy roster since last Monday.
What's
So
a fantasy roster?
Hopefully I didn't do
Fantasy
too bad.
football?
Yeah, what is that?
You're not familiar?
I'm not familiar.
Boy
Could you
things.
explain?
Hey, girls can enjoy fantasy football.
What is it?
One of my teams did really, really well. Another team must have had a lot of people out.
You
'cause they
like
only
make
scored
your
47
own
points.
football team?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is how it works, okay? Before the NFL season starts, all the players that are actually in the NFL, you can draft them. And then how they perform in the actual games is relevant to how many points you get. So if I draft a quarterback and that quarterback throws for a touchdown, my team gets points because that guy actually did that.
So, like, can you do that for money? Like, do you get money off of it?
Oh, yes, it's very, I mean, you can be in leagues where you gamble, or you can just play just for fun. Pride, bragging rights.
Well, sports betting is illegal in Missouri.
It did get voted in the last proposition. That is true.
Hopefully it gets implemented sooner rather than later.
Are you interested in that?
I am. I've been doing pick six past couple of months. I've been doing okay at it so far.
Okay.
So pick six is legal all the time. It is not considered sports betting because it's like
sweepstakes.
Yeah. So
Chase gets the inbound, kind of looked at a three, but did not decide to pull up. Oh, and then, wow, he just got straight pickpocketed. Washington's going to take it on the court for an easy layup. Extends the lead to 20 now for the Blue Jays. Be a foul on the floor on Washington as Dutchmen will look to inbound. Brady Watson, number 4, is inbounding for the Dutchmen. Gets it into Eli as the Dutchmen look to set up, trying to cut down on this deficit.
a little short.
Unable to get that one to fall. It's going to be Washington ball as the Dutchmen trail 46-26 here late in the third.
I thought we were getting back up for a minute, but
So back to fantasy football and how it's boy things. I'll never forget my wife and I when we were very early in our relationship. We weren't married yet. She came to a fantasy football draft with me, and
what do you mean? Like, you can like go to them? Like
Or was
so,
like a boys'
most of the time, most of the time you play with like friends. So
boys'
like,
night.
you get together.
Boys' Night
all
Out
night.
podcast. We got on the subject of our podcasts earlier. I kind of threw ours out there, Mr. T, to get.
Hey, I mean, get it out there.
I know.
You got 25 viewers now, so you might as well rep them now.
Go listen to Off Topic on OHS TV Studio. Ain't that right, Allie?
Yes, Olivia was showing me like the views one time, and it said like 1,000 something, and I literally looked at it. It literally said like 1,000 something, and then I looked at it at home, and it was like 20, and I was like, why did it say so many?
It might have been like all the ones combined.
That's probably
on the
it,
channel.
because we were looking at it, and we're like, holy crap.
Dutchmen come over the rebound there, and they set up. There's only 2 seconds left, and we're going to get a backcourt violation on the Dutchmen.
Second left on the clock.
I'm calling half court alley-oop to number 1 here.
Oh, just on the inbound?
I think it's happening.
Oh,
I think it's happening.
I did see.
We got a back pick. Oh, no, never mind. Number 2 is going to get it.
Oh.
Okay, so anybody at home that's watching, I would love to have maybe some insight on this from you guys. I was told, and I heard on an NBA broadcast, that if there's 0.7 seconds or less left on the clock, it's actually impossible. Like, you cannot score.
It has to be a tip. I thought it was 0.6. But
There's some amount of time where you don't have time to actually shoot the ball. So any actual shot is automatically no good.
Yeah, it has to be a tip. That's really it.
Which, I mean, I guess you would have to inbound it to the hoop, and somebody would have to alley-oop and literally, like, just
or if you're Jokic from Denver, he basically volleyball spiked it and hit the rim.
I did see that. That was
all
nuts.
the way down there, like by his own hoop.
Yes.
Hit it all the way across the court and hit the rim. It was very close.
Crazy close. Yeah.
Basically volleyball spot. It was super impressive.
Absolutely bizarre to actually watch because you're like, what?
Yeah, what is he
And
doing?
then it actually almost went in, and you're like, that was absolutely crazy.
Like, all right, he has to practice it. There's no way that he doesn't.
All right, while we're finishing up this quarter, in between quarters, I'm going to tell a story. I think I've told you before, Coach Kemp is an implant. He's not really from here, but he's making this place home.
Where are you from?
Mark Jett just sent me a message. Unless the
St.
rules have changed,
Charles?
if there's 0.3 seconds or less, it has to be a so anybody who knows Mark Pete Jett, he just sent me a message. He said, in high school, unless the rules have changed since I coached, if there's 0.3 seconds or less, it has to be a tip-in. So in high school, 0.3 seconds. So I guess more than 0.3, you can actually set up and actually get a shot off. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, with human clock operators, 0.3 seconds really isn't 0.3 seconds.
Right. Yeah, I can remember I used to do clock for middle school basketball
Jansen,
games.
in and out.
Eli tries to go back up. He gets fouled. I used to do clock for middle school basketball games, and there were some heated moments at me, the scorer, and it was a little bit stressful.
They got mad at you?
Oh, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
If you're even like half a second late, they're screaming.
Especially if it's
Dutchmen up to 27 now.
or like if there's 30 seconds left in the game, it's a really tight game. Maybe a team is up by 3 or something like that, and they want it to obviously be over. But you're on the scores table and you're a little bit late on starting the clock on the inbound. Then the team who's up is like yelling at you to start the clock because obviously the faster the time takes off, the faster they win. So yeah, it does get a little stressful.
I'm too sensitive for all that.
I know, like, back to the whole ref thing, I don't know how some of them do it. Like, my feelings would get so hurt so fast.
You got to have thick skin. There's no doubt about that.
Something.
But also with that said, I think we have to take a moment to recognize that, like, as fans, as players, and as coaches,
Very competitive.
we have to be understanding of the job that they're doing. As Chase comes away with a good steal, and he draws the blocking foul. Now, is that going to be on the shot or is that on the floor?
It's going to be on the shot.
So Chase will go to the line for 2 free throws. He struggled a bit from the line tonight. He missed his first free throw in each of his last 2 trips to the free throw line, but he was managed to nail the second one. And this time he hits the first one. I hope he hits the second one here.
That'd be nice. We're an 18-point deficit here. Cut it down to 17.
Speaking of fantasy football with the girls.
Boys' night.
I just checked my phone. Anytime there's a football game going on, which there's a Monday night football game going on right now.
Who's playing?
It's the Bengals and the Cowboys.
Oh.
But
that'd be
lots of fantasy players in those games, yeah. But I just opened my phone. I have 67 text messages right now. And it's all from the group chat.
Wow.
See, that is the thing that I absolutely hate.
Oh, I love it.
About it. I hate them.
It gets me and my friends connected. I love group
My
chat.
dad has group chats too, and it's
one's
always
all
like
alone.
blowing up his phone, and my mom's like,
Freshman ball?
"What is going on?"
I'm one of those people that never respond in group chats.
I don't know.
I'm
Group
just
chats
in there.
stress me out because I can't read them all.
start
Because then you off your phone for 2 hours, and then you open up your phone back, and there's like 50,000 messages.
Me personally, I just start blocking numbers.
Oh, good
nice
take
finish
there.
by Keegan.
We've started the full press as if I could get Elena to look up here during this timeout. She's not seeing me.
She looks and she's like, "Huh? What are you giving me a thumbs up for?"
That's okay.
Whoa! Got Emma doing some flips over here.
It's always amazing to me. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, it is not.
A good cheerleading squad this year at Owensville High School. Okay, I was going to tell a story a second ago. I'm going to go back to that story. This is a story for any of the viewers at home that were in high school around the time I was. You probably know a name, Ryan Cooper. Coach, I'm sure you've heard that name by now because I've talked about it enough.
Yeah, a few times.
So I got to play baseball with Ryan Cooper. Ryan Cooper was also a basketball player, and Ryan was one of these guys that it just seemed like he had a knack for doing good at everything. He you make up a brand new sport, Ryan's probably going to be pretty good at it when he starts because he's athletic, has gamesmanship, knows strategy, understands those things. Just a good player. Well, this story, I was not on the basketball team in high school, but I love this story, and I've told it so many times. Mr. Altemeyer was the JV coach at the time or something like that, and they were having a morning practice, I believe. And if I'm wrong on any of this, anybody feel free to correct me. But they were having a morning practice, and things were not going good. I think Mr. Altemeyer was getting frustrated. Practice was not going well. Ryan was getting frustrated. The players were getting frustrated. They were trying to run something that just wasn't working. Well, anyways, Coach Altemeyer was just getting ready to get on to him about something not going well. The ball was on the floor, on one end of the floor, and Ryan makes a bad decision and decides to kick the ball in frustration. Kicks the ball, goes all the way to the other end of the hoop. It goes in the hoop, and the team goes nuts because they're like, I can't believe that just happened. And then
we got a charge call here. Zayden Gates taking a charge.
The story I heard that Mr. Altemeyer couldn't even get mad at Ryan after it because it was so ridiculous that it happened. I love that story, though. I've told that story so many times. But Ryan would be the guy that would kick a ball in frustration, and it would actually go in the hoop. Something like that would never happen to me. All right, so Dutchmen take a charge here, and charge in high school basketball, or really any level of basketball, can be a huge momentum-changing play that gets people excited. So hopefully that's what we see here for the Dutchmen.
It's a tough, gritty thing. I mean, not everybody's willing to take a charge. So it's something that is celebrated amongst teammates whenever it happens.
Right. It's not easy to do. Shout out to Adam Menz. Adam is down in St. Clair tonight, it looks like. And he said that the varsity girls are down 23-21 to St. Clair at half. So I know Coach Dave is down there. He's filming that for us. So we'll definitely have that game posted tomorrow as the Dutchmen give up a layup here. So good vibes. Good luck go out to the Dutch girls basketball team in St. Clair playing their first Four Rivers Conference game of the season. So a pretty important game, really. Foul there on number 11 for Washington.
Dutchmen still trail set by 17. It's 48 Blue Jays. Dutchmen 41.
Is there a certain point, Coach, where the majority of shots are going to turn into three-point attempts in an effort to...
They almost have to be, but...
I feel like in high school basketball, that's not what it turns into, though. It still turns into trying to drive and get an easier bucket.
I just don't know that we have the team to shoot a bunch of threes at a high percentage.
I still don't think we've made one tonight.
I don't think we have. Obviously, there's going to be times where we do shoot a bunch of threes, we make a bunch of threes. Good finish right there by...
In Washington, this is at least their third or fourth attempt at a three-point play.
I think it's third or fourth attempt at a three-point play this half.
Yes. Follow up on that story I just told. Ryan Cooper is actually still pretty involved in athletics. He is a head softball coach in college. I can't remember what school he's at. If somebody watching knows and can text it to me, I will be happy to share that. As Washington misses the free throw and the Dutchmen work it back up the court. Ryan coached baseball for quite a while, but I know he got a head coaching softball job somewhere.
That'd be hard to switch there.
Yeah, I don't know enough about softball to say that I could coach it. I don't think, not at a high level for sure.
I think a lot of the aspects are pretty similar. But the pitching aspect is very
way different.
Yeah. Hitting wise perspective, I believe softball has become a lot more like baseball, where it's almost kind of gone away from slap hitting and very much gone more toward
trying to drive the ball.
Yeah. So I think the home run bug is big in the softball world as well. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I do like to watch softball on TV. I think the way the game is played is it's different enough from it's not baseball at all. I think anybody that thinks that it's the equivalent to baseball, it's not. It's its own thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, the way it's played is different, but the fielding aspects, the key points, and hitting techniques are pretty similar. But the way it's played and the speed at which it's played is different.
So that right there is a one thing that makes full court press a little bit tough.
Left 3 here.
Oh. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my,
Chase
that
took a hard fall there.
hard. That's a tough kid, though. Bounces right back up and is ready to go. One thing that I personally love is I love to see Chase going in hard on rebounds, and he's done that multiple times tonight. As Noah Caldwell Sr. enters the game for Keegan Glauser.
I love to see Noah just get hit hot here and just kind of rails back on threes. Him and Jansen.
That would be pretty awesome. 3:55 left to go here in the fourth quarter, as they're going to get another and one opportunity. And that makes it, my goodness, I'd say 5 or 6 at this point, it feels like.
For sure.
Addie, what call are you playing here in this situation? Or what call are you calling in this situation?
That's a good question to ask the ref.
The ref? I don't know if the ref can give that kind of information. Brady tries to find Chase driving to the hoop. Gets mixed up at some feet there and doesn't complete the pass. But it was out on Washington, so Owensville retains possession.
Inbounds the ball to Brady right there. Brady over to Jansen. Jansen finds Noah. Swings over to Zayden. Back to Brady. Chase coming off. Brady dribbles. Finds Chase. Ooh, just doesn't fall. I just feel like the Dutchmen just really haven't been getting great breaks on their shots falling. We've hit the rim quite a bit. Had a lot of balls bounce in and out.
Yeah, it's been a tough shooting night. There's no doubt about that. The one thing that I love about high school basketball, though, and what I think makes high school basketball fun to watch every time, though.
There you go, Chase. Nice little pump fake there.
Is I think, you know, as long as the team's talent level isn't too far apart, I think a team can get hot any night and beat a team. A lesser team can beat a better team on any given night if they get hot, or if a better team just is having a hard time to get shots to fall. They're not having a good shooting night.
Absolutely. I think that's just high school sports in general, though. Not just basketball.
I'll make a point here while we're watching the game. Dutchmen trail by 19. I think the reason why I like high school baseball so much is baseball is my favorite sport in general, but I think the reason I like high school baseball so much is you're more
nice
likely.
Finish there by Chase. Driving down the lane, nice little floater.
Cuts the lead to 17 now for the Blue Jays. We're going to get a timeout here from Coach Van Leer and the Dutchmen.
Full 60-second timeout.
2 minutes and 14 seconds left.
Got a little help out there
clock.
from
yes,
Mr. Crowder, giving a little nudge on the shoulder there.
Oh, and Washington's doing tumbling too.
Oh, come on, Emma. Don't let them show you up. You got this. Oh.
What I was saying, though, is one of the reasons why I really like baseball is I feel like it's more likely for an upset in baseball than it is in basketball or football. And in football, I think it's the least likely sport to see an upset. Generally, the bigger, faster, stronger team always wins, generally. In basketball, it's physical enough on a one-on-one basis that I also think that basketball generally goes to the bigger, faster, stronger team. But in baseball, size doesn't necessarily matter, and it's really more dependent on how does the starting pitcher perform. So I think even if a great pitcher has trouble finding the strike zone, gets in some jams, somebody steps up and has a big hit, I think the upset is much more likely in baseball than any other two sports. What are your opinions?
District championship game last year for the Dutchmen was a key factor in that one. There's a prime example. Going against 6'7", 93-mile-an-hour throwing Greg Galley.
Committed to Texas Tech?
Yep, signed actually. He's
signed to Texas Tech.
Fully signed to Texas Tech.
And the Dutchmen played him to the tune of a one-run ball game, I think?
Yeah, we actually got him out of the game.
With the Dutchmen having a lead?
Yes, 2-0. Or no, 1-0.
So to me, that's a perfect example of. That's why high school baseball, I just love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, great hustle there by Chase Crosby. He's going to get the ball favor of the Dutchmen.
He just struggled finding the zone early and got his pitch count up, and we were able to work some counts, so go in our favor.
As a coach, I loved in some instances as a coach, it's really fun to be the underdog, I think, in baseball, because you get to get crafty with game planning. So I can remember several times, talking with my hitters and, go into there's several different ways to look at it, but you try to get under a pitcher's skin, call timeout in the box, try to get them off the rhythm, or take until you get a strike or something like that to drive the pitch count up, especially with the high school pitch count rules now. All sorts of different things you can try to do. Doesn't mean it's going to be successful. If a guy's out dealing, and those things aren't going to work.
I mean, with somebody as polished as Drake is from Sullivan.
Dutchmen up to 38.
Yep, 54-38 there.
Still playing the full court press.
It's hard to say, hey, take a strike, because you don't really want to get behind, and
right.
Sometimes he's gonna give you that.
No way.
That was crazy.
Hit the bottom of the
crazy.
That was a great pass, though. If he planned it, you know what I mean?
That was crazy.
I mean, it went right to the person. There's no other way to get that pass there than the way he did it.
And with a pitcher like him, it's hard to say take a strike, because you don't want to get behind all the time.
You don't know how many good pitches to swing.
Keegan.
Really
Keegan.
Kigo, I believe the first three of the night for the Dutchmen.
Yeah.
Kigo is leading the Dutchmen right now with 13 points. But you don't really want to get behind that many counts, because he also has a devastating slider and a really good knee buckling curveball. So,
right. If you get a good fastball to hit, you better swing at it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So you don't really want to take the bat out of your guys' hands. But whenever it became evident that he was struggling a little bit closer to the end of the second inning, it was a focal point like, hey, let's take a strike here.
Right.
We can battle through it. So it worked out in our favor for a while.
Oh, my goodness, almost a collision there as the Dutchmen get the ball again. They've cut it back to a 15-point lead for Washington. They were down by as many as 20, I know, for sure at one point this half.
22.
22 at one point?
I believe so. Unfortunately, we just couldn't play some clean defense there in the last couple innings and ended up losing 3-2 on a walk-off hit by Drake Gower.
Good give and go there to Brady Watson as he was able to get a good finish there at the basket. We're going to get a foul on the floor here by Brady.
That's going to be Brady's fourth foul, so I don't know that we want Brady to foul too many more people.
Not if we want him to stay in the game, we don't.
Yeah.
Girls, do you understand how fouling out works?
Yeah, how many did they get?
5.
5
How many?
So Brady has 4, so he cannot foul anymore. He's gone.
They need to update it on the board then.
I'm surprised that wasn't the end one, honestly.
I'm pretty sure that was a
45 seconds left on the clock.
Good finish there by Chase.
I love that Chase plays to the final whistle. They all do this.
Now by 13 now.
Oh.
Good hustle play.
Ball's on the floor, and so is everybody.
It's going to be possession.
That's got to be a jump ball, right?
Yep. Owens is going to take possession off the jump ball.
Owensville's down by 13 now. So as we're down to these final 26 seconds, Allie and Addie, this is your first time ever being on mic during a live broadcast.
It's so much fun.
You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Allie?
I do enjoy it. I love live broadcasting.
Well,
I
good.
didn't realize I would like it so much.
I had the same reaction last week whenever I just randomly popped on here.
The nice thing about live broadcasting is once it's done, there's no editing. It is what it is. You do it live. I like that aspect of it. I also just enjoy watching games, being a part of something. And I like having a job.
I know.
Yeah. I would probably not be here right now if I were not live broadcasting, so.
What?
Chase takes it to the hoop, unable to get that one to fall.
18 seconds left.
These Dutchmen don't have any dye in them. They're going to go until the final whistle. No doubt about that. They're swarming. Got to tip your hat to Washington tonight. I think the play that sticks out in my brain, which I think really turned the tide, we talked about it, was the alley-oop by number 1, was able to put it down. That was a pretty exciting play you don't see in high school basketball very often.
You don't see too many dunks in high school basketball very often unless you're in an area with a little bit bigger schools. And
yeah. So shout out to Washington. Great game. Thanks for coming and visiting us here in Owensville. Good luck the rest of your season. Obviously, as Dutchman fans, we would have hoped for a different outcome, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Dutchmen will fall by a score of 58-45. Real quick, we always do like.
Is that Ron Burgundy right there?
That's the way the cookie crumbles. But with that said, we always just like to do a little bit of follow-up. What do we take from the game? Allie, you got a headset on. We're going to go to you first. What is your take from this basketball game tonight?
What does that mean?
What do you take away from it? What was something good that you saw? Or?
I thought we played pretty good all the way to the end, even though the score wasn't what we or they were hoping.
Sure.
And I thought they did good. I thought their shooting could have been a little better. Obviously, Washington's very good at those three-pointers. Gee whiz. And
gee whiz.
Gee whiz.
Golly.
It was splendid.
Carly, come get in on this real quick.
Splendid three-pointers.
Carly, come up here.
Addie, you have a headset on. What's your takeaway tonight?
It was a good game. It was very busy, but I thought it was going to be like kind of back-to-back, but.
Yeah. It was back and forth at the beginning.
Yes,
and
for
Washington they got like a whole bunch of points within like 10 seconds, it felt like, just one after the other.
I did have fun, though. I'm glad I came to Mr. T last week. I was like, Mr. T, I kind of want to do a broadcast and be on the mic.
Well, I'm glad that you joined as well. I encourage you guys, and also any viewers at home, to come out to more Dutchmen or Dutch girl basketball games. The Dutch girls play their first home game on Wednesday this week, and we will also be broadcasting that. Coach Kemp, what's your takeaway from tonight?
The Dutchmen, no matter what they're down in really any sport, they really don't quit. We have a lot of really good athletes and a good amount of young athletes too.
The sophomore boys are crazy this year.
Yeah. I feel like by their senior year, they're going to do really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're a young basketball team right now. Real quick, I want to go through all the people that helped out. Elena, get your head in here real quick. Elena ran the video board tonight. She did a wonderful job. Kind of stepped in last minute, so thank you so much for that, Elena. Carly, Julius, you want to?
Come up here, Carly.
Carly was the one that was running the camera down on the floor, giving you that angle from the floor that you couldn't see.
I don't know where Clara went.
Clara.
Oh, Clara's down there.
One of the managing roles, so she had to leave after the JV game.
Oh, you see her head cut off?
Oh, you're good. You're good. Clara right there. She is Carly's twin sister. And Clara ran the camera
for the
JV game. Right here to my right, I guess left on the screen, that's Miss Allie Kibler.
Hola.
She's the one that was running the overhead camera that you guys got to see. Got here on commentary. To my left, right on the screen, is Miss Addie Walters. She's been helping out on mics for both games.
Addie, you waved with the wrong hand.
And then the other Addie, Addie number 2, or Addie number 1. I guess they can argue for who's 1 and 2.
She was born first.
Oh, so Addie Shear is number 1.
Yeah.
Addie was running the scoreboard for us tonight. So it takes a crew to make this happen. To the people who stayed and watched the whole time, we appreciate it. Adam Menz, haven't heard any more updates on the girls' basketball game tonight down in St. Clair. Hopefully they're able to pull ahead in the second half. But I guess it's time to sign out, and we can do our happy wave. Carly, can you get in here?
Bye, Rachel Kepke. I hope you have a great night. And get our picture for Facebook.
Yes. Thanks for